Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how I make these really gourmet, cheesy garlic bread hot dogs. This is an amazing idea. I did see it somewhere. Anyway, about 100 grams worth of butter, just cubed up, 3 large cloves of garlic that we've just put through our little mincer. I'm going to add in a teaspoon's worth of sea salt. That can go straight in. About 2 teaspoons worth of dried chives, and about 1.5 teaspoons thereabouts of parsley. You can play with those amounts as you wish. Now, very simple. That's going to go into the microwave around about 40 seconds or so. In the meantime, let's get something else going. A little fry pan, a little bit of oil, and I've got about 3/4 of an onion that I've just finely diced. Now I'm using this as a topping, right? So all we're going to do is simply put that into that oil and a good glug of white wine. Right? I just keep this white wine for cooking purposes, and we're just going to cook these off until you are happy with them. I like mine with a bit of colour on there. You can leave them a little bit raw if you want. It's up to you how you want your onions. This is sort of the colour that I like. I reckon that's pretty good. Yep, double check that, and I'm just going to take that off the heat and put that aside and for later. They're cooked, they're ready to go. Alright, in a baking dish, I've lined up with a bit of baking paper, and I've got my hot dog rolls, and I'm simply just going to get these all lined up in a nice little row, just like that. And don't worry, they can get a little bit smushed together because this is going to be really filling. Now, using a little serrated knife, just cut down into your hot dog roll, and we're going to make little oblong cutouts in the bread. We're not going to cut all the way through, we're just going to cut through that crust so we can make a really cool effect for these hot dogs. Alright, really simple. So I'm just going to save a bit of time, just fast forward that. I just cut it through just like I'm doing right there. As I said, not cutting all the way, just cutting through the crust and just the first few layers of the bread. And here's where the magic's going to happen. Push down on that little cutout section, and you're going to end up with this mad little recess in your hot dog rolls. Alright, so go and do all your bread just like that. Make all your recesses, and we can put those aside because we're going to continue doing something with these a little bit later on. Alright, very easy and very simple to do. Okay, so into a cold fry pan, I'm going to put my hot dogs in. I'm using a skinless hot dog for this particular recipe. Use the hot dog that you like. Right? If you want to use something more German-like or something like that, go for it. Right, put about 1 inch of water in there, put the lid on, and I'm going to turn that heat on to a medium, and I'm going to cook those off for around about 4.5 minutes per side. Alright, so they're going to go in. Look at that, we're going to double check. We've got a little bit of bubbly happening, perfect. Alright, keep them cooking off for that sort of 4 to 4.5 minutes worth, and yep, they're starting to look good. Let's give those a flip, and I'm going to cook those again somewhere around about that 4-minute mark, and they will puff up, they'll absorb some of that water, and they'll be cooked all the way through just easily. You can cook your hot dog the way you want to. If you want to put them on the barbecue, which is great, I'm trying to make this more of a traditional style hot dog by doing them in the water. Alright, they're done, heat is off. Make sure you be nice and careful with that lid, put that somewhere nice and safe, and all we have to do now is remove those dogs from the water, and I'm going to put those aside and keep them in a sort of warm type place. Alright, so far so easy. Now we've got a few little elements to this dish, as you can see, but it's all going to be coming together very quickly. Alright, so we've got our bread, we've pushed down our little recess, we've got our beautiful garlic herb butter that we've just made, and we're just going to slather that garlic butter all over our hot dog buns, just like I am doing right there. And that really adds an element of flavour that is you don't find it in a normal hot dog. It really makes them stand out. Right, so just sprinkle that butter on, lather on as much or little as you like. I'm going to go heaps because I want these to be a really intense garlic bread style hot dog. Alright, so just keep going through, just like that. Alright, now on to our next step, and of course you need to get that garlic bread made up. Put that into the oven around about sort of 7 to 10 minutes worth at 180 degrees, and they're going to look a little bit like that. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our cheese. Use the cheese that you like, right? Don't worry about the cheese that I'm using, use the cheese that you like, and put that into that little indentation that we've just cut out. Very, very simple. And try and push down that little set a bit of bread as you go as well. Alright, because the bread tends to spring back up. Right, tomato ketchup or tomato sauce. Put that down straight first, straight on top of that cheese, just like I'm doing right there. And use the tomato sauce that you like. I'm not going to say you have to use this or that. There's no rules. And a little bit of mustard, right? Hot dogs are great with mustard. I love it. Right, put a little bit of that down. And if you don't like mustard, don't add it. Simple, right? So it's a very, very simple dish, this one, and absolutely perfect for this time of year where we've got so many sporting finals happening. Now I've cut my dogs to length to make sure they fit in these little bits that we've cut out. I'm trying to think of the word for that, but anyway, so we're just going to push those dogs down just like that. Very, very simple, and so far so easy to do. Now our oven is still sitting at 180 degrees Celsius. Alright, so we're going to put our dogs in. We're going to add again sauce, mustard. If you don't want the mustard, don't. And we're going to sprinkle that with more cheese straight over the top. How good does that look? Very, very simple to do. And I tell you what, I was a bit dubious about trying to make this, but when I had it and tasted it, and we actually filmed this one last night, it is amazing. Right, back into the oven until that cheese goes nice and melty, and you can go as hard as you want. If you want it golden brown on top, make it golden brown. I just like a nice little bit of colour on the top like that. Very, very simple. And you can serve this up any which way you want. Now those bread rolls are going to stick together, so use that little sharp knife to, separate them. I'm going to add a little bit of that onion mixture that we just made, and I'm also going to add in some of my homemade sauerkraut, which is just leftover cabbage salata. There is a recipe on the channel. I'll try and link it in. It has got heaps of views, and it is so easy to do, and it does last quite a bit of time because we're actually pickling that cabbage. Add that on the top. Very, very simple to do. Right, love to see you try and make this one at home. It is fun, it is tasty, and it is just a little bit different and really cheesy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. And if you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence, and it also helps the algorithm and helps the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. Don't forget to share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get number KP's Kingdom out there. Leave a comment. I love reading and I love responding to them. But in the meantime, if you want to learn how to make a really cool Sunday type meal, or after lunch, or even a light dinner, well, you need to come and join the family. My family, hit the subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my cheesy garlic bread hot dogs, and I will catch you next time. Bye.